Okay, welcome to the sheet metal tutorial. So here in the LACC we're going to be doing a little bit of just a quick thing on sheet metal as part of the certification exam. And I feel that you just need to know just a little bit about this. So we're going to do a couple tutorials on this. I don't know how many. This is the first, so I'm looking only ahead as far as I need to. So, but we'll go ahead and we'll get this thing rolling. So hit File, hit New, and then you're going to go to English. And you usually pick on the standard in.ipt. We're going to pick on the sheet metal in.ipt. So the main difference of this is you may think you can draw it up and you can fold them over just like sheet metal. I know most of you have never worked with sheet metal, but there is a process with doing this. And it's totally different from just your basic corners and extrudes and things of that nature. So the first thing you have to do is on the right-hand side of your screen, it says Sheet Metal Defaults. Click that, please. We're going to be making a whole bunch of changes to this. Your pencils are, of course, an edit button. So we're going to click on the Edit Sheet Metal rule first. So go ahead and click on that. Mine's loading, taking a few minutes. There we go. Okay, we're going to go New first. And we are going to call this one, I believe, 16 gauge sheet metal. We are going to upload this once we get done, by the way, just so I know you got it done, or however you show it to me, whichever one comes first. Okay, make sure this is clicked. All right, and then the next step is to set the thickness. 16 gauge is actually equal to 0.0625, which, if I'm correct, that is an eighth or 16th of an inch. I think 16. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's your first step. Your second step is you're going to set your material metal. I can do any sort of metal I want to, but in this case, I'm going to do mild steel, or steel mild. There we go. And then over here on the unfold factor, would you click this, please? Save edits, yes, because it's going into a new screen now. And then what you have to do here is you have to adjust this K factor right here. And then you will press New, and we're going to call this one V-Bend 16 gauge. So we're going to do a V-bend on this thing. So press OK. Make sure that's clicked now. And then you're going to change your value factor to, I'm sorry, I'm totally split screening this and watching the video, 0.41. And press Save and Close. We're not done yet, though. So change this to your new gauge. As you see, when you do this, your thickness will change as well. Okay, we are going to want to uncheck this just so we have that done. All right. So the next thing we'll go here and we're going to go to this V-bend 16 gauge, and then okay. So now that this is set, we're going to go back into the sheet metal rule here, and you're going to go to your bend. And you're going to go to round bend. That way there's more of a curvature. Your thickness, though, we're going to have to make a little change here. We're going to do a little math on this one. So what you have to do here is you go thickness times 1.5. And then press Save and Close after you do that. Okay, so now we got that set. I think everything is about set here. Go ahead and press Apply, and then you can close this out. Okay, now we're going to do our first drawing. So we're going to click Start 2D Sketch here, and we're going to just click on your basic XY plane, nothing fancy. Alright, so let's see if I can do this better than the tutorial I originally did. So click Rectangle, and you're going to draw out 5 by 5. It's going 5 tab 5, just like you know how to draw a rectangle out, or if you wish to draw lines, that's fine. Now, one thing I am going to ask you guys to do, which I normally don't, is to remove your dimensions prior to actually doing this next step, because it's going to get really annoying because you have to do some trimming. Okay. We're going to draw some, we'll do offsets actually. We're going to offset, no, don't offset, sorry. Let's just draw some rectangles out here. So on top of this, we're going to go 1 tab 1 on all the corners here. I found that to be faster. So just draw these rectangles over here on the sides. I know they're overlapping. I really don't care. Okay, and then you have to remove all your dimensions inside here. So just draw a big box over these because you have to trim these out. Otherwise, it will throw a hissy fit over this when we try to trim those out. Okay, so next, trim these out real quick. Draw lines. There we go. So you're going to have something that looks like this. This should be 3 inches. If you want to put these measurements in, you're welcome to. 3 inches. I'm aware I probably could have drawn out faster just doing this, but I just didn't feel like it. So you do not have to put the measurements in. I'm just doing this just to show you guys, so don't stress about this at all. In fact, if you're stressing about any of this right now, you're sure be having an issue because this is going to be very easy at the end of the day. And the end of the day will be when you get done with this. Okay, press finish sketch. Alright, now, as you can tell, the first thing you're thinking is Voith, which I'm the guy who's speaking here. If it's not Voith in the room, then I apologize. There is no extrude. You have to hit face. The face is automatically going to default to your settings that you just did. So whatever you did on the sheet metal defaults will automatically go here. You just press OK. Now, if you doubt me, which if you do, I laugh at you, click Inspect and click Distance, and then this thing right here should be 0.063, which, as you guys know, because you're smart enough, is 0.0625 on rounding it. So, we got that part done. Yay. We are making sheet metal now. Alright, now we're going to go do some other funky stuff to this little piece here. Okay, so back on sheet metal again, and we are going to go to flange. Okay, a flange is a bend off of a corner or edge. So we're wondering what that is. If you're ever in doubt of what something is, I can just hover over it like this. Flange creates a flange around by adding sheet metal faces and a bend around an edge or corner. So it does it around an edge, not a flat surface. Okay. Alright, so here we go. So flange. So I am going to click on this corner right here. As you see here, it gives me a nice little flange. Alright, but I'm going to change this to 2, which will extend that out. And then I'm going to do this corner down here. Select that again. There we go. So now I have 2 flanges, and it's easy to control these things, but I'm also going to click on outside face. That way it bumps it up right on the edge of that. Okay. So, congratulations, you have made a flange. I know. Isn't your life better now? Okay. We're also going to make a flange over here on the side. So click flange again. This time we're going to make the flange angle at 45, and we're going to switch this to 1. So I'm going to click the back side. Oh, we got to click this first. So I'm going to click the back side of this and the back angle of this, and that will give me my flange right here. Now, of course, I can adjust this base, but usually sheet metal is done pretty accurately to like 45 angles. But if I'm going to go 15, I can go 15. If I want to go 65, I go 65. This doesn't really matter. We're just playing around today just to learn some of the basic features. So go ahead and press OK. Now, let's say you're actually a manufacturer and you want to make this thing. God knows why you would, but you may want to. If you click this thing that says Create Flat Pattern, this will actually give you whatever it is that you're making in a flat sense. So yes, you started off with these things around the center lines, but now it's gotten bigger. So if you ever wanted to inspect it, you could hit your distance tool, and you go from one end right to the next, and you can see that's 8.875. So these bends do add thicknesses to your metal. So if you have to design something via sheet metal, which I can't tell you how long I'm going to take this, we're just going to wing it, and then you can go ahead and you can do that. So go back to flat pattern, and then you click on that, and it takes you back to your original shape. Okay? So we're going to do one more thing, and then we're going to call it a day on this one, and then I will make another one when I feel like it. Video-wise. No, actually, sorry, we're doing 2 more things. Okay. So next is a cut. Okay. So in order to do a cut, you have to make some sort of a sketch. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go New Sketch. Now, I'm just going to draw off a cheap little rectangle right here. Don't care how big it is, just dump it in there. Press your Finish Sketch, and you're going to hit Cut. You're going to click this, and just like you would on Extrude, you will click All. Now, you might not see it, but it's actually shooting all the way through here. If you press OK, you see how now, brown cow, you have a cut that goes all the way through your object. Okay? So we're going to do one more after this, and then we're going to be done with this one. This time I promise. We're going to click face on here, and what we're going to do here is we're going to do a fold. So I'm going to click New Sketch. Now, to do a fold, the best way to do this is to do a construction line. So click on this little construction line right here. Click Line, and draw a line straight through the middle of one of these sides. I don't care which one. And then press your Finish Sketch. Okay? Fold is right under Bin. Click this. Click your little line right here, and you'll get this little weird looking angle thing that's trying to judge this. Okay? Oops. Press Apply, and now you see how it has folded it up at a 90-degree angle. So the big difference between I almost said a worksheet on this, but I didn't feel like it. A fold will fold in the middle of any part. A flange will fold around a corner. So keep that in mind, especially when you do get certified. So Swift in doubt, just hover over it. It will give you a brief example of what it is. So let's do one more fold. So I'm going to click right here, but I'm going to show you something kind of neat. You may not think this is neat, but I do. Click on a construction line again, and click Line. So I'm going to do a line, I'm going to do a crooked one like this, just to show you that I can do this. So press Finish Sketch, click your fold again, choose this line. Well, let's go 60 degrees. Okay. And I can flip it whichever I want to. I can press Apply, and now it bends. If I want to go the other direction, I can. So it does give me some options on these. So you could go ahead and press Cancel, and you are done with the first video. So that's your first one on sheet metal. Brief tutorial, nothing real fancy. Hopefully the next one's a bit more exciting, but I'm gonna get a little bit into this just so you guys just know a little bit about it. So it's just another feature, folks. All right, hope you enjoyed this. Turn it in, show it to me, whatever I ask you to do, and have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.